Welcome to 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave. He has gray hair, he has a gray beard, and he wears glasses like the guy in the artwork. Oh, and the guy in the artwork is better looking. Now here is Gray Hair Dave.
Well, thank you very, very much for that great intro. That from my buddies over there at 11 Labs. 11labs.io. I'm sorry that I don't take any shame in the fact that I let them do all the introducing. All I do is go over there, type in what I want the intro to say, and boom, there it is. Gives me a choice of all kinds of different wordings, too. And the price is not bad, folks. The price is not bad at all. So, how are we doing today? I hope that you are doing great, because I'm having a fantastic day here in Central Florida. Looks like it might rain soon. It seems like at that time of year starts earlier and earlier, but it's afternoon rain season. And I heard some thunder a little bit ago, so I thought, well, let me get this done. How about all the craziness going on with the weather here in the United States? This week here in the United States, and if you're listening, today is June 28th of 2025, okay? It has been hotter in the northern states, in the Midwestern states. It's been up in the high 90s and the hundreds and the low hundreds for the better part of the week. They're not prepared for this, folks. Most people, I don't want to say most people, but a lot of people up north, they don't have air conditioning because they don't need air conditioning. Never really gets hot enough for it, open windows or fans or whatever. But I mean, this is what I remember when I left. And I left 19 years ago, folks. I've been down in Florida for 19 years. God, it seems it has flown by, I tell you. But yeah, I feel for everybody up north. I mean, and don't get me wrong, we have our hot days. Our feel like days here lately have all been over 100. But here in Florida, you expect that, because you're in the south, you're down closer to the equator. You expect that kind of temperature. But not in New York City, not in Chicago or Detroit, Cleveland. Those places, those people, that's not what they signed up for. But yeah, that's just, I've never been a proponent of global warming. Never have. But I'm starting to think that something's going on here. And I might be wrong. Now, if I am, I'm here to admit it. And maybe it just took an extra 10 or 15 years for me to say, okay, yeah, there's global warming. I don't know. All I know is it be getting warm, okay? I mean, even out in Vegas, it's just now summertime. And Vegas is going to start hitting 110s, but they get that all the time. They're more in a desert type of an atmosphere out there. So it's going to get soggy here soon, and I just wanted to get going and say hi. I realize that this has become a Saturday podcast only because I just don't have the time. I don't want to say it that way. It doesn't take long to produce this. I have the time. Saturday, or I have more time to think about what I want to say. When it's usually just right off the cuff anyway, so that's the way it's going here. I got this letter in the mail too. We're changing subjects now. I got this letter in the mail earlier this month where I have the inevitable duty of going to jury duty. Let me rephrase that. I have jury duty on Monday. Now, I have to wait till after 5 o'clock on Sunday to call the number that they give you to see if my number has been picked or not. Now, going to downtown Orlando isn't no big deal, except I have to be there. I think it said at 7:30 or 8 o'clock in the morning, which is fine. Maybe I'll beat some of the traffic going downtown, but I haven't been downtown in a long time. It's been a few years, and I don't know how I feel about it. I've done jury duty 2 or 3 times. A couple times when I was in Michigan, I was called, and back then you just had to go and show up, and then they decided whether they needed you or not. And down here they do it a little differently. They have you call, and the night before, then they'll give a range of numbers. This number through this number does not need to show up, where this number through this number does need to show up. I'm personally hoping I'm in the number that doesn't need to show up. The last time I was on jury duty here, it was in a different county, and the courthouse was probably smaller. I don't know. I haven't been to the courthouse in Orlando yet. But it was easier for me, but I was picked to be on a jury. And I sat there for the whole day. Went to lunch when it was lunchtime. And I listened to this thing, and I was taking my own mental notes, and I had my thoughts on how it was going and whether or not I believed that the gentleman was guilty. And it's a 1-day trial, thank goodness. And at the end of the trial, he points at my number and says, "Sir, thank you very much, Mr. Carter. You are the designated alternate for this trial. You're free to go. You're released from jury duty." And you can see the look on my face of a little bit of disappointment, because I said, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, geez, I sat here all day. I at least want to know what the outcome is. He goes, "Now, Mr. Carter, if you're curious as to the outcome of this trial, please feel free to call my office tomorrow, and we'd be happy to tell you what the verdict was. If a verdict is given today, and if not, then we'll let you know when to call back." Which I thought was a very, very good idea. I mean, that's a smart way to do it. But I was a little disappointed. You make me sit there all day, and then you don't use me. So, and maybe it was better off that way. I don't know. All I know is I didn't have to sit in the jury room and deliberate. And I'm hoping that I don't have to go deliberate on Monday. But if I do, I go. It's no big deal. I'm off tomorrow. Monday. So it's not like I have to take off work. Oh, and hey, I'm going to end up with a $15 check if I have to go. I would rather go on a day I had to work, because then Disney pays me for the day, and I just give them the $15. Well, no, this time now I've got to go and take their $15 and cash it, which is fine, At least I give you something. But ever since I started my first time with jury duty, it's always been $15. It never goes up. I think that they ought to raise that. It's just my personal opinion. Maybe that should be the vote. Let's raise the price of what people get paid for jury duty. But I don't think that's going to happen. What else is happening? We'll get off of that. I tell you, the world's a little crazy too. Everybody by now should know about everything that's going on over in Iran and Israel. If you're paying any attention at all, and if you're in that area, I wish you all the best and all the luck in the world. It's amazing how those with so little always pay more than those making the decisions, or those who are doing just fine and work. You're working. It's just like you and me. They go to work every day. They come home. They have a family. or they're going to school, or they're retired, and then next thing you know, boom, somebody just blew up my house, or blew up my life, or killed me. You know, it's that human um, cost that's bothering me in my older years. I'm not against war, and if you are serving in a military situation, you know what you're signing up for. It's the innocents who don't know what they're signing up for, or the dictators who want more land, or the dictators who want this or that and just go in and start taking it. Where it's just the innocent people who lose every time. And I personally have come to the point where I don't like that anymore, and I'm not against it. Yes, I don't want Iran to have a nuclear weapon. So that as I think nuclear weapons have long since passed their time of need. There is no more argument between the U.S. and Russia about these things. The Cold War is over. These bombs should be gone. There should be no need to find one. Why do you need a nuclear bomb when a regular bomb can kill lots of people? And that's not right either. We got to stop killing each other. Folks, that's what it comes down to. It really, really does. You watch some of these science fiction shows, and I do. But you look at, and it's a staple. I mean, it's been around since the mid to early '60s. Star Trek is set in the future, and it's not about money. It's not about power. It's about the expansion of knowledge and learning about new peoples and all kinds of things. It may sound corny to say that, but it would be nice if we could work a little harder at getting there. You know, not worrying about what this country did or didn't do. So I have to either, yes, go in and kill people and drop bombs or not. And I know, I'm sure, every president of the United States who's had to do that must weigh those problems and those issues. And it can't be easy. I wouldn't want to be the one to say, okay, go. It's another reason I don't ever want to be in his seat. I just don't. It just doesn't make sense to me. That's my rant for today, folks. I should probably get music. Dave's rant for the day. Gray-haired Dave's on another roll or something like that. But that's how I feel, and my feelings have changed over the years, folks. And it's honest, it's true. I don't feel the same way I did about things 30 years ago that I feel today. So, with that, do you hear all this I just been doing today? This is called a podcast. If you want to do what I'm doing, it's not hard to do. I'm here to help you. Gray Hair Dave has a company called Gray Hair Productions. And I am here to help you with your podcasting needs if you want to start a podcast, or if you have a podcast and would like some suggestions, or if you have a podcast and you want somebody to edit it for you. If you have a video podcast, or you're a YouTuber, or I don't know so much about TikTok yet, but I know about TikTok, don't get me wrong. Video editing, that might be easier, I don't know. But talk to me about it if that's something you want some help with. Most of that is done on your phone and put right out, I know. But YouTube's a little more sophisticated and takes a little more time if you want special effects or things like that. I can help you with that. Also, folks, if there's something you would like to hear from me, something you want to hear me talk about, something you want me to shut up about, go to my website, 5 Minutes with Gray Hair Dave. That's the number 5, minuteswithgrayhairdave.com. Leave me a message on either the contact me page or on the little microphone in the bottom right-hand corner of every page. Click on it. All you have to do is leave me an email address. I don't sell email addresses. Don't worry about it, but I'd be happy to reply or reply to the email, whichever you want. Or if you wanted to talk about things on this show, let me know. If you wanted to be a guest and had something I wanted to talk about, I would talk to you about it. That's not something I've ever offered before, but it's something I'm thinking about. Don't forget, if you're a baby boomer, Gen X, Gen Z, Gen Y, all the things I was talking about, Boomer Podcasters talks about how to start a podcast. Go there, get some information. I'm starting the videos. I've already got 2 recorded, and I want to re-record them because I'm not happy with them. It's not the editing I'm not happy with, it's the recording. I can do better, so I'm going to do better. And with that, if you know somebody who doesn't know what a podcast is, doesn't know where to find them, what genres they have, do me a favor, show them for me. Give them me as an example, 5 minutes with Gray Hair Dave. We'd all appreciate that. Also, folks, if you're out and about this fine day or this weekend or even this week, and you see somebody you don't know, smile at them, and you'll make their day. And in turn, that'll make your day. It'll make you feel better. Or say hi. Don't be afraid to say hi to somebody you don't know. Sometimes it's the hardest thing in the world to do. But after you do, you'll feel better. So on behalf of everybody here at Gray Hair Productions, which is me, I will see you and talk to you next week. Oh yeah, that might be a hint. See you later. Bye-bye.